Wall Street Journal reporting that Apple is in talks with Chinese tech giant Baidu about a potential AI partnership to help navigate regulatory hurdles in the country. Apple and Baidu both making slight gains in that report. For more on this potential partnership, let's bring in our very own Steve Kovach.
On
Steve,
set.
Great to have you. Welcome to Fast Money Land.
Yeah.
So it has to go with a Chinese partner.
Yeah, it kind of has to. And this is just another name now we're adding to the increasingly growing list of companies that Apple may partner with. We heard about the Google Gemini deal early this week. On top of that, they've been talking to OpenAI. They've been talking to a startup called Cohere. That's also according to the Journal. And now Baidu. Though Baidu is different. They already have a search deal with Apple in China, similar to the deal they have in Google here in the United States and elsewhere. Obviously, there's just regulations in China that is blocking this from, think of it this way. You will not have a Google product embedded into an iPhone in China. You wouldn't have a Facebook product embedded into an iPhone in China. That is why Apple would have to talk to Baidu for this. Look, I think what we're really seeing here is this feels more like a search thing than it does like some kind of fundamental iOS AI thing that's going on. That's because of these already existing agreements and the companies they're talking to and what they're capable of doing. I know some of the commentary early on when these reports started coming out said something to the effect of, oh my God, here's Apple giving away everything to Google or one of these other companies. Maybe it's just a search deal and it's just one part of the whole AI puzzle. That's at least what I'm reading now into this, but who knows? It could be bigger than that. And if it is bigger than that, that says a lot about where Apple is in this AI development, just how far behind and how much further it can fall behind as it spends so much time fighting the DOJ over the next 2 to 3 years.
Right. It does seem, Apple teaming up with Google versus Apple teaming up with Baidu are very different. Like the perception is very different. China has not approved a single large language model developed by a foreign company.
It's Baidu. It's called Ernie Bot. That's all they got.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so Apple is forced to team up with somebody. But here in the United States, that's a completely different. I mean, the takeaway can be completely different.
And also imagine if they had to integrate Baidu into the U.S. and Western versions. We freak out about TikTok on our phones. Imagine if we had Baidu Chinese AI embedded into our iPhones. That would just be a nightmare, just politically, for Apple to do. So, yes, they have to do it. If this does end up happening, it'll just be geofenced to China. Everyone else would have the Gemini version of this.
But, Steve, give us some sense of really where we'd be tracking the AI players in China. People are looking at the mega cap, the K-Web and those Chinese names. And I realize it's not an apples to apples. And to the extent
not even close.
There is no NVIDIA of China.
No.
But there is, Baidu is the Google of China on some level. And Tencent, certainly you can make an argument, or Alibaba is the Amazon of China. So to the extent that you think some of these plays, or Tencent, which is really social media, and we're arguing here that Facebook is certainly putting this to their benefit right now. Any thoughts on that in terms of these players?
I mean, it behooves these other guys more than it behooves Apple, because they are going to be, whether or not which way the money is going. Right now, we know Google pays Apple for this. Which way is the money going here? It doesn't matter because they're going to gain this massive exposure. So it's huge for Baidu if this actually does happen. I know Alibaba has been kind of toying around with some of this kind of stuff too. But if you're watching, it's like, okay, who's Apple going to pick in these markets? I guess it's just Baidu. I mean, who else would it be?
Does this make us feel better about Apple's role in China? I mean, is this, suddenly, we've been talking about that issue on this desk for 6 months.
Tim Cook is there this week opening up that big store in Shanghai. He told, obviously it's a state media interview, but he said he's happy in China and happy to stay there. But we know that's not entirely true. It would only make me feel better about Apple in China if Huawei did not have Ernie Bot embedded. Yeah. But if Huawei has Ernie Bot embedded too, then this is not a competitive advantage for Apple. This is catch-up. It's on the same. And that would also be what it looks like here, because Google's own phones, the latest Samsung phones, has Gemini built in. Google's homegrown Pixel phones has Gemini built in. So as Tim Cook has promised, we're going to break new ground in artificial intelligence this year, is using a rival's product breaking new ground. I don't know. What are they going to do with it?